Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is create this section right here. And there are actually two views here. This blue piece is actually a separate view that I created, a section cut that kind of follows around that and kind of solves some of the issues that you end up having with Revit, where things might not be meeting exactly the way that you want, or they might be in multiple pieces and you don't want to go in there and have to model all that out. So I created a separate little cover for it, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to delete this. So the best way to create a section view like that is to go into your site plan, or a plan where you can see your sections, and create a section where you want to section the model. So I'm going to use this section right here. If I pick it, or hover over it, it's the section longitudinal schematic. And if I pick it, I just want to sort of look at, this is the view range. You can see the little arrows right there. So when I pull it, that's kind of the view range that this has. That's as far as it's looking. And if I zoom in over here, one thing I'm not too happy about is going right through that little pool piece. That looks kind of funny. So I'm going to just kind of knock it out of that. I guess I could knock it, just get rid of it. So I'm just going to move that section up to where it's not sectioning through that little pool piece. So now my section is right there. So section longitudinal schematic is the one that I want to use. So again, I'm going to come in and I'm going to duplicate my parallel view. I'm going to rename it to AR site section. Okay. And so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to come in, and up in the top corner of your viewport should be the view cube, and there's a little down arrow next to it. If you click it down, it's a little context menu, and it says Orient to View, and it has floor plans, elevations, and sections. And if I go to section, there's my section longitudinal schematic. And if I pick that, it flips into that section, and it's a very similar section to the one that you would see in a 2D view. However, it is a 3D view. So if I double click on this view cube, it takes it right into that 3D view, and it's basically cropped it based on the view range of that section. And so I can come in now and make some adjustments to it if I want to like pull different pieces out of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and turn the section box on. So similar way that we did before, there's a reveal hidden elements here. And if I click on that, you'll see the section box be revealed in magenta. And if I select that, right click on it, unhide in view category, and then close the reveal hidden elements dialog, we get in there, we can see this section box. And maybe I want to kind of section it just, that little piece right there. And I don't know if I really want to go that far all the way across the street. Maybe I just want to go to the middle of the street. And we can pull it down because we don't really need that much vertical cut. And maybe we shorten that up a little bit, right? So it's not so deep. So now we have a section that maybe we can work with. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of all of the section cuts to a single color, because right now the color of the section cuts are mostly being controlled by the material application to each item. So it's all a little different. So it would be nice if everything were the same color in the section cut. And I guess I could hide my section box as well, so I can turn that off. Actually, I don't want to do that. I'm going to hide it. Let's undo that. I'm just going to hide it. So right click, hide in view, category. So hide that. Now I'm going to go to my visibility graphics, typing VB, and I'm just going to come down here and go all. So I'm going to select, and it's going to select everything, and I'm going to come over here to the cut area. I'm going to click on one of the squares that is not grayish. I'm just going to left click on it, and it's going to say override, and I'm going to left click again. So we're going to override the cut pattern for everything in this view. And I'm going to give it a new color. I'll give it a brick red. I'll click OK. And then I'll come down and make it solid fill. Click OK, and you'll see all of those override with that color. And if I click OK, you'll see everything now has a solid fill. So that is a very quick way to get a solid fill color. There's a couple of things that are a little different. The pads tend to be controlled a little differently, and we have a bunch of holes in our model that is not great, you know. So there's one more thing that I want to talk about doing, and that's actually creating a section extrusion that covers this. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll stop this one and we'll come back and create a section extrusion that covers this guy.